years. You don't listen to him. He doesn't get to come in there and go, that don't matter, bro. We don't do that. None of your rules matter. And then he goes online and talks about how he's a plumber and the shit works. So shit like that, bro, is not how shit fucking works. All right. This is why I preach this shit all the time. And people don't get it. Half the people never heard it explained like this. So they just think because they see their dog in between here and here, you water your shit down. All right. And when you water your shit down, that's why some people get better results than other people. That's why when you go get somebody's yard like Ryan, and Ryan started out with Bape shit, inbred Bape shit, got Bape Jr. and got fucking Hayes Jr. and was riding right behind Bape and Hayes, had similar shit that looked just like him. All right, when Ryan crosses out to the dogs that he crosses out from, he crosses out to 1 or 2, he tightens it up, then he crosses out again to 1 or 2, tightens it up, because he jumped from Bolsachi and Beef. He jumped from these guys. He jumped into fucking Crown. He jumps into different blood, and he breeds it a ton of times. The same shit back with the same shit he had is how he's able to create his line and the way he looks and the way his dogs are. The same way with me. I don't cross out far away from what I breed to. When I got to Dizzy and a Bape daughter, and I had Bape here, okay, and I had Bape daughter here. So Bape here, I had 25% of what I started with. I had Bape here and 25% of what I started with. Dizzy up top, all right? Dizzy had fucking his shit. It was what, Miss Frenchie and fucking Taz, right? So then right here, I got Miss Frenchie's tight, Taz is tight, all right? My shit was off of fucking Dax and a Miyagi daughter, bred to a fucking Ace boy. Then I bred them to each other, and then I ended up getting a daughter that I bred to Bape, okay? So when right here, when I get Bape, Dizzy, and fucking, and my shit's 25 on my end, when I get to Kobe, okay, I crossed out with Vegeta, who's also off of fucking Dizzy Devil and Heavy Blood that had like some sensei shit in it, but it was still Taz blood, okay? That way I don't change my shit a lot. If I cross out with Bape blood, I ran Kobe back to his aunt, which was a Bape daughter, all right? Then I ran her to Kobe sons that were also ran to Taz. I'm line breeding the shit that got me to where I was at. This is where I'm able to create shit with Kobe that doesn't look far off of Kobe because I'm breeding to the shit that made Kobe. And so if I breed to some other shit that didn't have no Bape or no Taz, and it's a tight stud, but it has nothing I started with, and I cross with that, that's where the fuck I could end up with a dog that doesn't look nothing like what I had or start watering my blood down. Okay? If you start watering your fucking blood down with another dog, so say right here, I take my dog and I breed to Crown, and I end up with Sally and Crown. Okay? I only have half my blood back. Okay? Now, if I take my Crown daughter and I bred her to a fucking another dog that's out, say Boogie, you know? So now my dog would be only 25% of, right here it's 50. So it's 25 me, it's 25 of my blood. I would cut it in half again and be back here. Because then when I got my dog broke down in 2 breedings, now say I double back the Crown. If I double back the Crown, my blood bumps back here. I bred the Crown twice, Crown, Boogie, all right? So now I'm back here. So now I don't have my blood left. My blood is gone. I washed all my blood out. I bred to 2 top studs and then inbred back to one of them. So then, now my dog's 12.5%. My blood would be right here. This would be Boogie's blood. This would be Crown's blood. And this would be the inbred Crown shit that I did. And my dog would be just this one little bitty fucking square of what I have left. You can water your dog and end up without any of your blood. And now if I'm still over here screaming that my dog is the baddest motherfucker and this is all my blood, but my blood is not my blood, not my blood, not my blood, not my blood, then it's really not. It's really all these dudes shit and this blood that I fucking got over here that's still just mine, 12%. Now, when you double back on your shit and you make your pedigree all your shit, when this is your dog bred to a top dog, and this is your dog bred to a top dog, and then you get a dog that's double your dog, and then you breed them to each other, and you get the 2-time shit, okay? And then you double back to a stud, okay? When you get a 2-time shit, say you take Kobe's son to a Kobe daughter, and then you take that fucking dog, which is a grandson and a granddaughter, that's 50% Kobe, because it got 25 and 25, so it's 50% Kobe, and you double back to Kobe. Then you got 75% of Kobe. You crossed out to not inbreed as much, and you doubled back to a stud to make what the fuck you want. But don't get it twisted, dude. If you breed to two studs or three studs in a fucking row, you can wash your fucking blood out. And one dog over here is not why your dog looks tight. Your dog looks tight because of the other three fucking dogs that you ran to your shit. Sure, it's got a little bit of your flavor left, but it's got fucking 75 because this is your dog. First generation is 50%, 50%. All right. This is broken into quarters. All right. Any of us are hustled. When you get to second generation, your dog's only 25% of every one of those dogs. When you get back here, 12 and a half, 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 and 12 and a half equals 100. Okay? When you get back here, your dog's only 6 and a quarter of these fucking dogs. And this is exactly how you end up washing out your blood. All right? And so you can't say, like, if I took Kobe right here and I bred Kobe out to a different dog, then here I bred to different dogs. And here I bred to different dogs. And I got this dog back here. This dog is not going to look the way it does because there's 12% of Kobe over here. Now, it might have a little bit of his look after 4 generations because this is the first generation, this is the second, this is the third, and this is your product, okay? And so if this dog only has Kobe right here and I don't have Kobe up here and up here and up here, then I can't really at that point say that my stud is dope because of my dog. Because if I bred the other shit here, 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 and here, you fuck your blood up. You fuck your blood up. And then really, you know, it'd be like me saying Kobe isn't fucking, Bape ain't shit and Dizzy ain't shit and Kobe's tight because I fucking put those dogs together and not because those dogs were some of the top fucking dogs in our era. It's not how that shit works. So I don't know if this helps clear up a little bit of shit with people, but you really got to understand these pedigrees if you want to breed on purpose. If you want to be able to make the dog you want to make, you have to know what the fuck is behind the dog you're breeding to. Otherwise, you're just throwing shit at the wall and hoping something sticks. Is basically what the fuck you're doing. You ain't doing nothing on purpose. You ain't doing nothing scientific. You ain't doing nothing that's done with the thought that you were actually going to do that. You're just making puppies and watching them grow up. Somebody else's dog was tight. They bred to a female and it clicked, and you're just hoping your blood clicks fucking similarly with the same exact fucking dog, which is very, very, very rare. Because whatever male and female that you're breeding together, all right, this is the female's blood. This is the female's blood. This is the female's blood. So this is all the female. So people don't think the females matter. This is all the female. Now you cut her in half. If you started back here with a female, you cut her in half and then cut her shit in half and then cut her shit in half. And so, this is how it will change. Does anybody have info on Merle breedings? I mean, a lot of people have done them now. Before they said that you would get issues. When I was young, you weren't supposed to get white dogs. White dogs come out deaf and blind a lot. And so it was white dogs. Now it's Merle. I don't. Frenchie people will have a lot more game on the Merle because it used to be such a fucking taboo no-no that like the Frenchie game would literally turn its back on you if you fucking bred that motherfuckers together. About 5 years ago. Nowadays, over money, shit, they'll breed a fucking Merle poodle, fucking Merle anything, cross anything if they want to get some bread. That's why some of these people are really, really, really do this shit. But for when you get a top stud, this is why you keep using your top stud. Like if you did some dope shit and you made some dope ass females, this is why you cross back to the shit that you did. This is the difference between line breeding and inbreeding. Like if you're line breeding the same exact bloodline that you had back to itself with the same blood, then you're line breeding. If you're inbreeding, it's breeding a brother or a sister back, or a son or a daughter back to a mom or a dad. All right, you're breeding first generation shit and you're fucking inbreeding. That's the difference between the inbreeding and the line breeding. But don't get it twisted, bro. If you got fucking Crown over here one time and you got 2 other dogs and you bred them together and made this dog, you got 25% Crown in this dog if it's only right here. All right? And so if you fucking got Crown, even if you got Crown here, say if this is a Crown daughter, say it's Crown and whatever your blood is, and you bred to your friend that has Crown and whatever his blood is. These 2 dogs were 50% Crown. They gave up 25 and 25. So these 2 dogs are 25 because you can only get 50% by breeding 2 Crown. When you get to this dog right here, this dog is still only 25. If these dogs are 50% crown and this is 50% crown and you breed them together, they give up 25 and 25. You still have 50% crown. If you breed a crown son to a crown daughter, you still only have 50% crown blood. They only pass half of what they have. So just because you breed them motherfuckers together, it's not the same. You have to take a crown daughter to crown, and then you will get 75% crown's blood. There's no other way to get closer. And if you breed a granddaughter, this is, okay, because these are the daughters, okay? This is granddaughters, okay? You got two sets of grandparents, right? When you're a grandkid, okay? You have parents when you're their son. So if you breed a son and a daughter, this dog's going to end up with 50% crown. If you breed a granddaughter with a son, a granddaughter here with a son, you're only going to have 37% crown the minute that you breed a granddaughter, because she only had 25. She gives up 12.5. She gives up half of what she has because the stud's going to give up half of what he has. If this motherfucker's 50 and this motherfucker's 25, what's half of 50? 25. What's half of fucking 25? 12.5. So 25 and 12.5 is 37.5. So even crown son to crown granddaughter, you only end up with 37% crown. You have less crown than a crown son or a crown daughter. You cut the shit down. Granddaughter to crown is like, okay, this is like what Sunset Bullies did. They took Kobe, they bred Kobe to one of their Sunset Bully dogs. So say this is Sunset and this is Kobe, okay? Then they got they got this dog. They took a granddaughter off of Kobe because they bred to Gula King. So then Kobe was in the grandparents, Gula King was the fucking dad. So Kobe's back here, a Kobe daughter was bred to Gula. And when they bred the Kobe daughter to Gula, then they got Knox. And they got Knox's fucking sister, Luna. Okay? When they bred Luna back to Kobe, she was at 25%. Now she got 100% to 25. So she gave up 12 and she gave up 50. That's where you end up with 62.5. Okay, because you got half. So if you breed a granddaughter to crown or a granddaughter to Kobe, you'll have 62.5. You'll have more blood than a son or a daughter, because your dog is a crown son and your dog is a crown fucking granddaughter. And so when those cross, that's 62.5. So a granddaughter to crown is actually more blood than a son or a daughter, because the granddaughter is getting doubled down because she was a granddaughter already and now she's a daughter. So she got 50% plus half of the 25 that she had. If you have a fucking great-granddaughter to crown, you would only get fucking 6% plus 50, so you'd be 56%. So a great-granddaughter, a granddaughter, or a son or a daughter back to the stud will give you more blood than breeding just directly to the stud. That's how you double down on the blood. Because if you have if this is your dog and crown's the dad, it's 50% crown. If this is your dog and crown's the grandkid, it's 25% crown. If this is your dog and crown's the great-grandkid, it's fucking 12.5%. Daughter to father, you're going to get 75%. The daughter's already 50%, and when you bred her back to her fucking dad, her dad gives up 50. She's already 50, so she gives up 25. You end up with 75% of the stud. If you breed a daughter back to the fucking stud, you end up with 75% of that stud. That's the most concentration without, so if say you breed a cope, that's why if you breed to a stud twice, say you breed crown, inbred Kobe daughter, because she's now inbred because she's a daughter to Kobe. If you breed her to Kobe again, you end up with 87.5% Kobe. I moved away from the fucking Wi-Fi. My bad. So, like Ryan. Okay, Ryan got crown bred to American Boy's sister. So then that's 75% crown. All right? Then he's going to breed it back to American Boy. And American Boy is 50. And half of that's 37. So crown, you're going to have 37.5 plus 25. So you're going to have 62.5. So you'll actually, Ryan, you'll have less crown than you did when you had the sister, because the sister bred to Crown. I bred Crown to American Boy's sister. Okay, so then you had 75% Crown. When you breed back to American Boy, who's son, you're actually only going to have 62.5% Crown, and you're going to have more of your blood because you double down on your blood with American Boy. You double down on Crown than you did when you just bred Crown to the sister. Because Crown to the sister, you're at 75%. American Boy, they're going to give up 30 and a half, and American Boy's 50, he's going to give up 25. 25 and 37 and a half is going to be 62%. So you're going to go from 75. This is why this shit works. This is why you can't say these motherfuckers don't matter, because the people that follow these and keep this shit the way it's supposed to be, those are the people that have success over and over again. And those are the people that are able to create a look over and over again. Those are the people that hit and end up with multiple studs that are killing it over and over throughout years. It don't happen next year. Bape's owner never dropped a dog the next year that was just like Bape. Miyagi's owner, George, it took him 3 or 4 to get Giagi. He didn't get Giagi next fucking. All right. Dizzy Camp. Homicide, all right, and then since then they've had some good dogs, but nothing that's equaled those dogs. Like the shit you guys get online and you expect stud owners to do, or the way you move the goalposts to try to say they're not tight. Like Boogie got Murder Baby, and fucking that's it. Nobody else even got really anything. You know what I mean? Like fucking, and so it's not always going to hit you, and there's a million people doing the shit you're doing. And so if you do ever get a top stud, it's a fucking honor, and you should be super fucking happy because it's really fucking hard to do, and you may never do it again in your life, or it may take you 4 or 5 years, and you might get one more. You get stud that makes $1 million. And then you fucking 4 years later, you get another one that makes $1 million. All right? And you end up making $2 million fucking with these dogs. We play the Jet that week. We playing the Jets, baby. But it's can you imagine making $2 million doing some shit that was your bro? It's people like to try to knock it, or they try to knock what's going on right now. The same way as people get online and talk about sports players and they ain't never played sports in their life. You know what I mean? Like fucking remember when fucking Skip Bayless tried to talk shit to fucking what was dude's name on Seattle, and dude was like, I'm better than you, Skip. I'm better than you, okay? I'm better than you at life. And he fucking talked hella shit to him. Fucking that's fucking the equivalent of some of you dudes that get online every day and you ain't never created a stud and you ain't never done shit, and you try to talk about another motherfucker or why he's not winning now or why he's not doing the shit he's supposed to be doing. So that's that shit I listen to. I'm about 2 mil with American Boy. So I hope some of you motherfuckers with your because I think a lot of you people are confused. The fuck to breed dogs, how you're that dog, and just because your dog has fucking 1, 2, 3, your dog could have Miyagi times back here and Miyagi 1 time right here. Okay, and be fucking 5 fucking times Miyagi. But if you have 4 times 6%, that's 24. And if you have up here, that's 12. Okay, and so it's going to pass on. So if it's 25 here and you got Miyagi twice over here, shit, when the time you get over here, the fucking dog, it's fucking, you have fucking, bro, it cuts in half. It passes along half, okay? It's mom and dad were made by 4 fucking dogs, okay? And they were all bred to each other. I'm just sipping my coffee. That's why, like, you know, you got guys like Chris, you know, Chris took his bape daughter he got from me and bred back to bape, locked in his bape look. Then he took her and bred her to Kobe. Then he took the Kobe daughter and bred her back to Kobe. So then 4 breedings in a row, all he did was inbreed twice and then line breed twice. He took a fucking bape, he bred to my dog, bred to bape with a bape daughter, bred to Kobe with a Kobe daughter. So yeah, 5 times bape shit, 2 times Kobe shit, and then all his sons and daughters look the same. Now when he's locked his look in and runs to other people's dogs, Vegeta or any of these other dogs he's running to, he's able to lock in his look. He went out and bought a couple other dogs of different bloodlines that were decent to cross back with the shit he got. That way you don't continue to inbreed. It's like you want to have 2 sides of your yard. One that you're crossing out with other people's shit. One that you're keeping tight with your shit so you don't fucking water down your blood and ruin it. And that's the best way for you to lock in your look or lock in what you're doing. Oh yeah, man, because yesterday when I made that post and I said something about Hollywood, and I said, you know, hey, I said he's 62.5% Kobe, okay? That's because in Hollywood's pedigree, Kobe's his dad, and on his mom's side, Kobe is the fucking grandma, or Kobe's the grandpa. Because Kobe's here and here, and Kobe bred to fucking Gula King fucking daughter, or Gula King, the Kobe daughter, sorry, Knox and Knox's sister. When Knox's sister, who's off of Kobe, back to Kobe, you end up with 60% Kobe. And dude said, oh yeah, it's 10 times sunset. Well, if Kobe's here and Kobe and Gula's here, so this is Kobe bred to Gula, and this is what made Kobe. Okay, so none of it's here. If you go back here, this is where they took their dog and bred it to Cot, is how much was their blood. This spot's Kobe, this spot's Kobe, or Gula, this is Gula, this is Kobe, this is Kobe, this is Kobe, this is Kobe, okay? If this is Kobe and this is Kobe's grandparents, so your dog is not anywhere right here, okay? And these 4 generations, these on your female, this blood, this blood, this blood, and this blood is not yours. This is the stud's blood, okay? If your blood is right here and you breed the 2 dogs in your yard and you make this block right here, that's your blood. But then right here, this is Kobe, then this blood and this blood is not yours. These 4 dogs were yours. These 2 dogs are yours. And this dog has 12.5% of your blood, or has 25 left in it. Now, when your female to my dog gets bred to another Gula to my dog, and then you cross with just my dog back to your Gula and Kobe. So this is Gula to a Kobe daughter. This is Kobe's bloodline. This is your dog's bloodline. This is Gula's bloodline, and this is also Kobe's because you just doubled back to Kobe. So if this is Kobe, this is Gula, this is Kobe, and this is your dog, when you get right here, there's only that much of your dog. Your dog is 1, 2, 3, almost 75% somebody else's shit. When you go back to the stud and double down, you cut that in half.